Imagine starting a brand at 19 in your parents' garage and building it into a billion-dollar empire. That's exactly what Ben Francis, founder of Gymshark, did. But his journey was anything but easy. It's a story of grit, resilience, and constant learning. Ben grew up in Bromsgrove, England, a small town outside Birmingham. From a young age, he was surrounded by family who owned small businesses, with his granddad on one side running a taxi company and his other granddad managing a furnace business. This gave Ben an early look at what it means to work for yourself, and he knew that one day he wanted to build something of his own. As a teenager, Ben got into tech, teaching himself how to code and design websites. His high school information technology class sparked an interest in building apps, and soon he created 2 fitness apps that earned him about $11,000, a big accomplishment for someone his age, but he still wasn't sure where it would all lead. Around this time, his interest in fitness was also growing. Ben had become a regular at the gym and loved the idea of working in the fitness world. His first business idea was a health supplement company with his friend Lewis Morgan. They poured months of effort into it, but the profit margins weren't enough to sustain them. That's when they decided to try something different: gym apparel. Ben realized that most gym clothes were designed for older, bulkier bodybuilders, not young, lean guys like him and his friends. So they set out to create gym gear that young people would actually want to wear. They scraped together their savings, bought a sewing machine and a screen printer, and got to work in Ben's parents' garage. Ben's grandmother, who used to sew curtains, taught him how to stitch, and soon he, Lewis, and a few friends were making each item by hand. Ben would finish university classes, work his shift delivering pizzas for Pizza Hut, and then spend the rest of the night fulfilling orders for Gymshark. The early days were all about hard work and learning as they went along. Their big break came at the 2013 Body Power Expo in Birmingham, where they launched their Luxe-fitted tracksuit. The response was overwhelming. By the end of the expo, they had made over $40,000 in sales. For the first time, Ben and Lewis realized they were onto something big, but they knew they had to keep pushing. Ben leaned into social media to get Gymshark's name out there. He started sending free products to fitness influencers and YouTubers, hoping they'd wear the clothes and talk about the brand. At a time when influencer marketing was still new, this was a game-changing strategy that catapulted Gymshark's visibility. Soon, demand was soaring, and Gymshark was building a massive following online. But growth came with challenges. On Black Friday in 2015, Gymshark's website crashed under the surge of traffic, leading to an estimated $143,000 in lost sales. Ben took it personally. Instead of brushing it off, he spent days writing over 2,000 apology letters by hand to affected customers, even offering them discounts. This move showed customers that Gymshark cared and helped restore their trust. As Gymshark grew, Ben faced another big decision. By 2017, Gymshark was bringing in tens of millions in revenue, but Ben realized that to reach the next level, he might need to step aside. He appointed Steve Hewitt, an experienced leader, as CEO, while Ben stayed on in roles like Chief Technology Officer and Chief Product Officer. He spent the next few years learning from experienced team members and gaining insight into the business from all angles. Then, in 2021, Ben returned as CEO with a renewed vision for Gymshark. By this point, the company was valued at over $1.4 billion and had millions of customers in over 180 countries. Gymshark had gone from a garage operation to a global sportswear empire. And Ben had grown too, not just as an entrepreneur, but as a leader. Ben's story shows that success isn't about having a perfect plan from day one. It's about resilience, being willing to pivot, learning from setbacks, and staying humble enough to recognize when you need help. So, the next time you feel stuck or discouraged, remember, even billion-dollar brands started with a small step. Your breakthrough could be just around the corner.